Hey guys, welcome back to the Pharos Fit podcast. Short one today. I want to talk to you guys today about metabolism and BMR, base metabolic rate. I talk about metabolism a fair bit on the podcast and in general in the gym. I want to clarify a few things. I want to talk about what it is and what affects it and how that impacts our work in the gym and our lifestyle in general. Metabolism is one of the most important things that we can talk about and figure out. And you guys that come to the gym will know that when you do your in-body test at the gym, one of the first things we look at is your BMR, your base metabolic rate, because everything else is kind of calculated off that. Your base metabolic rate and your metabolism in general, what it is on a daily basis, you need a minimum amount of calories to survive. And these are your basic bodily functions like breathing, blood circulation, metabolizing food, cell regulation, cell repair, cell growth, all that kind of thing. So how many calories do you need on a daily basis to survive and just exist? And that's the number that spits out on the computer when we do our in-body tests. That's what gives us our BMR, and that's what allows us to calculate how many calories you guys as athletes need to just survive and exist. As you guys know, from there, once we have that base number, we then kind of calculate based on how many sessions a week you're training, how hard your training sessions are, as well as other factors like age, training age, male, female, and where you are right now in terms of your body fat percentage. That allows us to then give you a recommendation on how many calories you need on a daily basis. So when it comes to metabolism, it is one of the most important things to understand because it's kind of the foundation for everything, right? A lot of it, when it comes to your basic metabolism, a lot of the factors that contribute towards it are genetic, right? They exist from when you're born, depending on your parents and your genes and what your makeup is. That's going to have a big determinant on what your metabolism is. But there are other factors. Obviously, that's something that we can't really control. We can't change that. We can't change where we came from. But there are things that will impact your metabolism as you grow. And obviously, as a gym and as a fitness business and as a health business, our goal when we speak to our clients is to give them the healthiest metabolism possible, the fastest metabolism possible, because we correlate a good metabolism with health. We have a lot of people that come in, and we know from the conversations that we have and the scans that we do that their metabolism is not in a great place. If your metabolism is super slow, that can often lead to feelings of fatigue, tiredness, poor performance in the gym, lack of energy, lack of focus, all that kind of stuff. So having a really low metabolism puts you in a difficult place because it's really hard if you have a really low metabolism. It's really hard to lose weight or to lose fat, I should say. It's really hard to have enough energy to get the things done that you want to do. So our goal as an athletic endeavor is to increase your metabolism and get it to a really, really healthy place. So when we think about metabolism, when we think about BMR, what we really try and emphasize is we don't want you to come into the gym and think, my goal is to eat less food and do as much exercise as possible, because that does not put you in a healthy place. If you starve yourself with too fewer calories over too longer period of time and just do a ton of work, your body will down-regulate your metabolism. It will simply not have enough calories to do the basic functions that it needs to do. So it will down-regulate. That puts us again in a disadvantageous position. We don't want to be there. We want a roaring metabolism. We want a fast, energetic metabolism. In order to get to that place, we want to be able to consume as many calories as we possibly can without gaining body fat. Okay. How do we do that? Well, the answer really is movement and muscle mass. Things that will affect metabolism in a positive way is gaining a good amount of lean muscle tissue, because that will increase your caloric need and thus increase your base metabolic rate. So someone who has more muscle mass on their body will have a higher base metabolic rate than someone who has less muscle on their body. And just in general, like daily activity will increase your BMR and improve your metabolism. So stuff as simple as walking and doing simple activities throughout the day, the more movement you can get through your day, the better your metabolism is going to be, the better your BMR is going to be. I know a lot of people that, they go to the gym for 30, 45 minutes, maybe an hour a day, but then they sit down for the rest of the day. And they wonder why they don't have a great BMR, they don't have a great metabolism. The answer and the magic really is in movement. We are made to be creatures that move and that are active throughout the day. We are not made to be creatures that just sit and do nothing. So if we want to improve our metabolism, what we really need to do is increase our lean muscle tissue by resistance training. You guys that come to the gym know we do a hell of a lot of that, and just increase our general movement on a daily basis. Now, of course, metabolism is also greatly influenced by our nutrition, right? The food that we consume, the greater the nutrient value of the food that we consume, the better we're going to fuel our bodies, and again, the better that our metabolism is going to be. So you can't have one without the other. If we want to get healthier, if we want to get more metabolically healthy, if we want to have a better base metabolic rate, if we want to gain more lean muscle tissue, if we want to have the energy to move more, we need to make sure we're consuming enough good nutrients to sustain that endeavor. So we need to make sure that when we think about how our week looks, how our month looks, how our year looks, we're combining that awareness of movement, of training, and of good nutrition in that package to increase our metabolism and improve our base metabolic rate. This kind of stuff, it can be complicated. It can be more complicated when we look at genders and so forth. It can be a lot easier for men to have a good metabolism, basically because men have generally, I'm speaking in general terms, have more lean muscle tissue on their body. So their metabolism tends to be a little higher. Women, because of childbirth, etc., tend to store more body fat than men. So again, there are other factors to consider there that we need to look into. But in general, these same factors apply. Between the age of 20 and 60, your BMR, your metabolism will basically stay the same. It's kind of wild from 0 to 20 as you're growing, and then after 60, it kind of ramps down, unfortunately. So between the ages of 20 and 60 is when we really need to work if we want to change that base metabolic rate and we want to improve that metabolism. And of course, once we get to the age of 60, the more lean muscle tissue that we've managed to grow on our bodies, and the better the more we've moved throughout our life, the better situation we're going to be in as we go into like the 60 years plus age. And of course, we can keep training post 60 as well to keep the lean muscle tissue on the body and to keep movement and keep flexibility and all that kind of stuff. So when we think about the thing in general, metabolism in general, base metabolic rate in general, remember what I said. Ideally, the goal is you want to be able to consume as many calories as you can without putting on body fat, because that means your body needs those calories to fuel everything, all your movement, all your activity, to keep the blood circulating, to keep you breathing, to keep you existing, to keep your cells healthy, to keep your cells growing, to keep your cells regenerating, all the stuff that helps us thrive as human beings. We need to go into this thing with that in mind. My goal is not to starve myself. It's not to be thin. It's not to be. It's not to drive myself to the point of weakness. It's to build myself a rip-roaring metabolism through movement, through the gaining of lean muscle tissue, through living a healthy lifestyle, through eating nutrient-dense foods, and from treating my body the way that it deserves to be treated. Okay. That's it on metabolism today, guys. Any questions, please fire away in the comments below. Let me know if you have questions on metabolism, and I'd be more than happy to answer. So take care. Let's build that metabolism up, and I'll see you soon. Bye.